if you take those times that you're led with the mind and you find yourself confused and struck and you get to the root of those things, they're all rooted in one of two concepts: survival or separation. Every single thing that you think you need to do, you think you need to do it at its root because it's your survival at stake. And again, the only solution to that, coming to the realization of your beingness. This is the only solution, because we're afraid to die because we're under the illusion or the spell that we are the body. But once we're no longer under that illusion, we're no longer convicted of that concept, understanding rather that the body is a manifestation of who we really are. Death no longer carries this huge weight of importance. It's no longer this dramatic experience. It simply is, right? And so, oftentimes, again, especially when it comes to business, matters of business and relationships, these things hit so close to home because, from a human perspective, they are the most important aspects of being human. Finances and relationships, they're how humans like to survive and feel accepted. But the only reason they adhere to those principles is because they've not carried those inside of themselves. With this idea that you need to do this or else you're going to die. You need to do this or else you're not going to. Anything that is predicated on this idea that if you don't do this, you won't, is a bullcrap lie. It's a bullcrap illusion, because your beingness, this is who you are, transcendent. And so the more you can soak this, the more you can, again, I'm going to use this again because it really serves, allow this to penetrate your nervous system, the less you're going to find what we would call limiting beliefs coming to surface. The only reason limiting beliefs come to a surface is because, well, we believe we're a limited being. But if you don't adhere to that concept anymore, you're not going to find yourself dealing with limited beliefs, right? The only reason limited beliefs come up is because they are a product of this idea that I am a limited being. And so, there's all these techniques and processes about how to get rid of limiting beliefs, how to eliminate subconscious barriers, how to obliterate, a crappy mindset. Sure, you can go do all that other stuff, or you can just realize that you're God. And it's like, you want to spend the next 10 years intellectualizing all of this stuff and trying to find the right techniques and blah, blah, blah. That's fine. In 10 years, you're going to come to the same conclusion you're coming to now. And that's really the joke around all of this. It's like, you can struggle and you can strive as hard as you want to discover the truth of your being, or you can simply relish in the realization that you are already it. And if you trace every single one of your anxieties and your worries and your negative conceptions down to their root, they are all predicated on the idea that you have convinced yourself of that you are a limited being with a limited capability, with a limited time span. And when you realize that none of those are true, that's when the game really changes. But for most people, they never get to that place. And this is why they go from manifestation technique to manifestation technique to meditation, trying to figure out, oh, is this one going to work? Is this one going to work? Trying to leverage all these plethoras of tools and tips and tricks to get themselves into a state that is their natural state of being. Like, beingness is your natural state, right? So we're spending all this time trying to do to be, when really we just need to be. And as a result of that beingness, we find doership, right? Or should we say non-doership, to be more specific to the material here. Because doing is simply a manifestation of being. There is no doing. There is never a doing that is not an effect or a manifestation of being. There is always being, right? So Napoleon Hill's mentor, Charles Hannell, says you can only do to the extent that you can be. You can only do to the extent that you can be. And if you can only do to the extent that you can be, you can only create results not that are in alignment with your doingness, but results that are in alignment with your beingness. And so if your beingness is not in this place of phantasm, of fantasticalness, of infinite abundance, of infinite awareness, there is no way you're going to create that in your life, because action and the result it creates is the fruit, blossom of the seed that's been planted in our beingness.